If you're anything like me, you find it hard to focus. For a long time, you try to study, you try to focus on your work, you try to sit down and have an hour or two of productive, you know, getting things done, um, but that doesn't happen because you don't have the ability to focus. Today, I'm going to be going over the 5 things that have helped me and that could possibly help you, the 5 ways to improve your focus and focus on achieving whatever you want to achieve, whether that's during school, whether that's for your own personal work, or just anything you want to put more focus into. Okay, so welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Zack. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoyed this. Maybe save it to a playlist if you find it important and something you want to come back to. I'm going to be starting off with the first thing that has helped me tremendously, and I think it's the number one step for anyone to improve in anything and to start focusing on something, whether that's for it to become their main focus of the day, whether that's it to just like, oh, you want to start including a 2-hour workout 3 times a week into your plan, like anything that needs focus or achieving a goal, this will tremendously help you. And that's number one, setting the bar low. Make sure you guys do not set too high expectations, because when you set an expectation that's too high, some people will achieve that because they're kind of close to it or they've already built up some momentum. But you really realize that there are a lot of things that you say to yourself that you're going to do, or you write down and you expect that you're going to do this much by this time, or you're going to be able to go to the gym X amount of times per week when the past few months you've barely went or haven't went at all, or you've never went to the gym and you expect to start going every day for an hour. It's just very unrealistic. So make sure you guys set a low bar goal. Set the bar low, set it to something you can achieve and feel good, but not too low where it's like you're not doing anything. And then don't do it too high where you're not going to stay consistent. And that's the biggest thing with this lesson and with this method. When you set the bar low and when you make a goal or a task easy to do and easy to accomplish, you are usually consistent in it. So if you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym for 20 minutes every day for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll see from there. When you do that, you build the consistency and you build the ability to go there. And also, when you set the bar so low, you tend to feel like, oh, if I can't go to the gym for 20 minutes, how am I, like, come on. Like, you kind of, your ego fights for you to accomplish it because it's so low. Rather than when it's high, you're like, I don't have enough time for an hour of the gym. Oh, but I'm tired. Sometimes when the goal is too high, you tend to make excuses. And then when it's too low, you tend to make reasons. So yeah, that's my number one method. Number two, I would say, is change your environment. I'm currently doing this right now. If you guys are used to the channel, you know that this isn't my regular background, and that's because I'm spending a few days at my friend's house in Malta. You guys probably know him. I've shown him in the vlogs before, Simone. And I'm doing this to really just focus on what I need to achieve in the next few weeks and in the next few days. And I thought that it was the best thing to do because, number one, there's lots of distractions almost wherever you are. So a big change in environment, whether that's going from your bedroom to an office, whether that's going from, you know, a desk to a different room in a desk, or whether that's going from, you know, working at like a very crowded area, anything, to just something with more privacy. No matter how little the environmental change, even if it's something like, let's say you have a desk with multiple monitors, there's an iPad here, there's a phone there, there's a couple books, it's messy. Even just taking away one of the monitors, even just, okay, I'm gonna put my iPad in my wardrobe because there's no need for this for the type of work that I need to do. I'm gonna set my phone on silent and I'm gonna turn it off completely maybe, and I'm gonna put it on my bed while I work at my desk on my laptop. One screen, singular focus, all attention going in one area. This is how you're going to achieve work, and changing the environment greatly determines where your energy is going to go. And when you have a shift and change in environment, you usually have a shift and change in your work and what you do and what you achieve. So let's say I usually work in my bedroom and I study there. It's very hard because that environment is where I sleep, it's where I relax, it's where I maybe read and meditate. So how's that going to be the same area where I work and I'm focused and I'm not distracted when my bed is right next to me? See, when you think of things like this, you tend to see how you are self-sabotaging yourself and you don't even know it. And these little things like, getting a specific part of the house to yourself and saying, this is where I'm going to work, or moving your desk, or tidying up your workspace, or like me, literally going to a friend's house for a couple of days because I want that maximum focus. My friend is working and his mom is away from the house. She's also working, so I have the house to myself for a few hours of the day. That means I have zero distractions. I also have no friends, calling me up because I'm in Malta and all my friends are in Gozo. So even if I do get a message, hey, you want to come out? No, sorry, I'm in Malta. So, and I also think that has to do with willpower. If your friends are telling you, hey, you want to come out? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, there's a party tonight. You should have enough willpower to say no, because what you're focusing on should matter more than the thing your friends are inviting you to, or whatever distraction there is. And if you sometimes think that it's not a distraction and you're going to gain more than lose, then go ahead. But be very mindful of these actions. So yeah, that's number 2, change of environment. Number 3, we're going to get into timers and deadlines. So I kind of made this like kind of 3 things, but it's basically use your time wisely. That's how I'd say. So whether that's scheduling, say to yourself, I'm going to wake up at the same time every day and I'm going to try to go to bed at the same time every day. Mainly that bedtime is the most important. When you set the standard of like waking up every morning at 8 a.m. and going to bed at 9 p.m. every day, obviously that's like random numbers I'm throwing around here. But when you set the standard of this is when I'm going to wake up and this is when I'm going to go to bed, it gives your life, this is when I'm going to wake up and this is when I'm going to go to bed, it gives your life structure. And as humans, we really do crave routine. So even just setting that little habit of wake up at this time and go to bed at this time, it's going to set that habit and it's going to, set you up to have a controlled and routinal day. So I'd say scheduling, which has to do with time, and I'd say something like deadlines or a timer. Some high-level entrepreneurs literally have a timer next to their desk and they give themselves 20, 30, 40 minutes to get a specific task done, because our mind tends to fight the timer, and we try to if we see that we have 30 minutes to do something, our mind starts to go, okay, I have 30 minutes to do this. It doesn't go, oh, okay, I have to get it done. I can wait a few minutes before I can get this done, or I can take it easy, or I can relax. It just goes, we have 30 minutes to do this, so let's get it done before that 30-minute mark. So yeah, I think Elon Musk said something about this where he said, if you give yourself 30 minutes to do your bed, it will take 30 minutes. If you give yourself 30 days, then it will take 30 days. And I agree with that completely, because a lot of the times we tend to leave everything to the last minute and procrastinate. But that's usually because the deadline or the timer is too long. So don't give yourself too long of a time frame. Don't say, I have a month to do this when the work could be done in a week. Tell yourself, I have to finish this by the end of this week. So yeah, that's an important principle. It helps a lot with focus and setting goals and achieving them goals, because when you have that timer, it makes you go faster. The focus is more narrowed because you have to get this done in X amount of time. And even just I wouldn't say anxiety, but the having a timer next to you is it just brings you back to that focus and it doesn't let you get distracted. Because if you have a timer and then let's say something happens in the house, like something falls, or you get a notification on your phone, which, very simple principle, have your phone on silent when you're working. But let's say your phone gets a notification. If you're there like with a timer and you're in the last 2 minutes and you're a bit behind and you have to get this done in 2 minutes, you're not going to check your phone. You're going to be focused on what you're doing. So yeah, I'd use timers, deadlines, or any sort of scheduling to set goals, incorporate that into my focused work blocks or daily routine even. That will immensely help. Number 4, I'm going to get into understanding focus and understanding deep flow. So if you don't understand focus, you're just not going to be focused. All these other things that I've mentioned before will put you in an environment to be focused and to work. They will put you in a ability to achieve that and to get closer to doing that. And it will even speed the process of focusing, of working. But if you don't understand what work is, if you don't understand what true focus is, how do you expect to be as focused as you could be? How do you expect to reach your full potential if you don't understand what focus is? So this is a very important one. And it's, once you've gotten these little habits down, once you've started to meditate, started to journal, started to exercise regularly, maybe go to the gym, all of these habits, they're great and they will build you up, and it's, self-improvement habits that really turn over to every other aspect of your life. But once you've set these other like 3 things that I've mentioned, that will put you in a state where, okay, there's a lot of my focus and a lot of my energy going in this one area or this one place, and these things are helping me, but I still feel my head isn't in it as much as it should be, or as focused as it is in other situations. Sometimes when you're just talking to a person and you get lost in what you're going to do tomorrow and what happened and all of these anxious thoughts you get through the day, and you're just so involved in talking to the person that you like forget about all of that for a few minutes, and then you come back and you're like, oh, that's focus. You're focused on conversating with the other person and you're being mindful. Meditation is by far the best way to understand focus and to become more focused, because it brings your mind to a specific area and a specific attention. Your attention and energy goes to one specific thing, whether that's you focusing on your breath or whether that's you just emptying your mind. But understanding focus to a deeper level takes a bit more than just meditation. And I believe that the best way is reading the book Deep Work by Cal Newport, I believe. And even just educating yourself on deep flow. There's a lot of YouTube guides and just information out there in books that explain deep flow and deep work and flow. And it's extremely beneficial, because once you get into this flow state, you get what takes 3 hours, you get that done in 30 minutes. So the ability, like I said earlier, to use time in with timers, deadlines, and scheduling, that's extremely beneficial. And it will already, all these 3 things, along with the basics, pillars of self-improvement habits like journaling, like meditating, like waking up early, all of these things will help you a lot. And the 3 things that I've mentioned before will propel you forward to an extreme degree. But this 4th one, which is understanding focus and understanding flow state, it will save you so much more time. So the 3rd one is gonna teach you how to use time and how to utilize it for getting work done and being more focused. Timing yourself, giving yourself deadlines, getting work done, and being more efficient with your time. But what this will do is it will kind of minimize the amount of time you need to actually get something done, because you are so focused on what you're doing that even the micro distractions that these high level entrepreneurs get, or these micro distractions that people successful in any realm or type of work get, you won't experience that because you're so utterly focused and you're in such a flow state that all the distractions get kind of pushed away and your mind all goes towards what's really important and getting towards an end goal. So this is extremely beneficial, and I highly recommend the book that I mentioned, Deep Work and Getting into Understanding Flow State. Personally, I haven't read any books that go really specifically into flow state. I've only seen some YouTube videos, some guides, and some high-level entrepreneurs talking about flow state. So understanding it more to that degree. And then number 5, and the last one I have is number 5, which is bringing your energy and your focus into one specific thing. So I believe that if you have 15 goals for the day or 15 goals for the year, and you want to try to achieve all of those, your focus is getting spread thin, and your energy is going a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here, instead of actually going towards one area and you improving drastically in that one area. I guarantee you that whatever you're doing, you are putting your energy into multiple different areas of life, whether that's you scrolling through your phone, whether that's you doing schoolwork, whether that's you traveling, whether that's you brushing your teeth in the morning and showering before you go to school, before you go to work. All of these things take time and energy and focus. Now, some take a much larger degree of focus and some take a much lesser degree of focus. What you need to understand is that if you put all your time, all your energy, and all your focus, or a big portion of that, into one specific area, let's say instead of spending X amount of hours on your phone scrolling, you put that extra 45 minutes, extra 20 minutes that you waste per day into your work, and solely your work. And then you did that with all the little tiny things that you waste your time on every day. So you get off from doing your really important work and your work block, and then you decide to, get ready for the gym. And that takes 20 minutes when it could have taken 10. And then you see something online and you get distracted and you start scrolling for a bit because you want to find out who is this person or what happened. And then you go to edit something, and instead of focusing fully on editing, you get distracted by something that pops up, a notification that pops up. Your friend texted you, whatever it is. Multiple things these days, I'd say almost everything, but most things these days are trying to steal your attention. So you need to be very cognizant of that, and you need to be very careful of where it's going. Attention is the new currency, and attention is what is going to bring billions to people. You see already people worth hundreds of millions, and their products or whatever they're selling you isn't worthy of that. To a degree, it isn't. I'm not saying for everyone, but there are a lot of celebrities that sell products that are just okay, or would never make nearly as much money unless that they were the celebrities that they are. The reason that they make this much money, the reason why, all these celebrities that are selling whiskey, tequila, or, cosmetics, any of these brands or products or whatever they're selling, they make hundreds of millions. Why? Because they have a massive audience. And a personal brand is extremely important. I'm building one myself through this YouTube channel. I'm trying to influence people, and I'm trying to build an audience to cultivate attention. Now, I don't do this because I solely care about the attention. I care about influence, and I care about hopefully benefiting other people's lives by sharing my story, by sharing my journey, and by sharing my lessons. But I am telling you, the future is, and it's already happening, it's just gonna 10x, is attention. So once you understand this, you must realize that for you to focus on your work, for you to focus on achieving your goals, you need to cut out all the things that are trying to steal your attention constantly. People out there, whether they have good intentions or bad, whether they are trying to sell you a product that you need or that you don't, they are trying to take your attention one way or another. Whether that's through an advertisement on Facebook, whether that's through a YouTube video, whether that's through Reels on Instagram and on TikTok. Every major large company, celebrity, YouTuber, they are all trying to get a piece of your attention, because that leads to wealth, and that leads to money, and that leads to fame and popularity and all of these things. That's why you see so many people, celebrities, YouTubers, whatever, make such stupid decisions for attention, for the sole purpose of going viral. It's because it leads to money. It leads to sponsorships. It leads to, oh, this person has a brand, that means we can sell to this brand. You can see it with all these massive YouTubers, and you're gonna see soon, in the next 10 years, they're gonna sell way more products, and they're gonna become worth hundreds of millions, if not billions. So, to go on a tangent there, the main reason why I'm mentioning this so in so much detail is because I want you to understand what's going on, and I want you to understand that how attention works, and that your attention is their target. Their target, their goal isn't to take your money. It's to get your attention and then try to sell you. It's to get your attention and keep you hooked. Understand that there is valuable content on social media and on these platforms, or maybe these celebrities, these actors, these YouTubers that you look up to or like, maybe they do great work and they do offer great things, and maybe they're not a bad person, or they're not doing it solely to get attention. Maybe some of them are doing it to get influence and to spread a good message out there, but you must realize that they are still fighting for your attention. And if all your attention goes towards them and you give it away like that, then it's not worth much. And if you're giving away your attention to everyone, you're getting spread thin. And you must decide to put this attention into yourself and onto your work, and focusing on what truly matters to you. So turn off the phone for a bit. After this YouTube video, just give yourself 5 minutes. No distractions, no scrolling, no reading, no listening to podcasts, no music, none of that. Just take 5 minutes of your day, look at yourself, and just think. Either go in the mirror, look at a wall, just sit there, get a blank piece of paper and start writing. Whatever it is, just try to tell yourself, where is my attention going most of the day, and where do I want it to go? Because I guarantee you there are 5, 10, maybe just one thing that you want to get good at, or do more, or put more attention towards, but you're not, because you're getting distracted and you don't even know it. So that's the last piece of advice I'd give. Those are my 5 ways to focus and to bring your attention towards good things, towards your goals, towards whatever you want to achieve. If you guys found this valuable, make sure you go down, subscribe, hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any suggestions for your ways and your lessons that you've gotten from trying to focus and trying to achieve your goals, make sure you comment down below. I'd love to hear anything you guys have to say. If you guys found something you disagree with, agree with, or something that maybe you didn't know before and now you know, make sure you go down in the comments and also talk about that. I respond to everyone, and I greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm gonna try to post as much content in the next few days, especially since I'm here and my focus and my energy and my attention is going towards making more YouTube videos and getting my important work done, the things that truly matter. So subscribe and like.
What's good, and what's good evil, and what's good gangsters, and what's good people.